Ooh-wee. Today we finish up the year one regular season here in the Middle Tennessee Dynasty, and we control our own destiny, even if it doesn't seem like it. At 4-2 on the season, all we have to do is beat Sam Houston in this game and then win our finale against New Mexico State, and we're going to the Conference USA Championship game. We're going to have to do it without Nicholas Vadiato, who's just accrued way too much damage as far as wear and tear goes, so Roman Galliano will be the starting quarterback for these next two games. And it's senior night here in Murfreesboro, as this is the final home game of the season, and the Bearcats are in position to possibly get to the conference championship game themselves. They play FIU at the end of the season, and they beat Western Kentucky in week 0. So it's a very important game for them, as well as Hunter Watson leads this team out in the field, coming off of a big game against Delaware last week. They're facing a 3rd and 7. They're going to go screen. Watson dumps it off, and Elijah Green can't get to the first down marker. Not that it matters, because they get called for a hold, which we're going to decline. And now we're on offense. Roman Galliano in at quarterback. He'll drop back. Looks deep right side for Amorian Walker, who makes the grab, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. A 56-yard strike to Walker, who, again, like I've said many a time throughout this series, has just been huge for us all season. We take a 7-0 lead. Now here's Watson on 3rd and 7, completes the pass, and that's just barely a first down. Michael Phoenix II making the grab. Now 1st and 10. Here's a handoff. Green. He's going to cut inside. He's going to get very close to midfield, picking up the first. So, Bearcats doing a pretty good job of moving the football here. Now, a little inverted veer. There's Green again, and he's going to pick up about 7. 10 yards per carry so far in this game for Green. Now, Watson will drop back, throws over the middle, and there's a completion, but a big hit by John House. Luckily, Thomas Jewett's able to hold on to it. So now 1st and 10. Here's Watson throwing left side. That's completed. And now a fumble. Parker Hughes just laid down Quavez Humphreys, and it's going to be picked up by Pettis. And we have the football back. Now 3rd and 3. Galliano in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Flip Cradle, and Cradle's going to get to the first down marker. So now 1st and 10. 4 minutes elapsed so far in this first quarter. Galliano on the play fake. He looks down the field, lets it fly, looking for Walker again. That's going to be picked off this time. CJ Brown gets the interception. All he had to do was just pick the ball off CJ. And now the Bearcats have the football back at the 25. Hand off to Green. Great blocking again, and he's going to pick up the first down. It's about 12 yards on the play for him. Now 1st and 10, hand off to Green again. He's been hot so far for the Bearcats. I thought he got forward progress, but they're not going to give him the first there. Now it's going to be 3rd and inches. Green will get the handoff again, and as you can expect, he gets the first, but not by a whole lot there. So they're close to midfield, 1st and 10. Watson will drop back, throws over the left side. That's completed. Oh my goodness, look at Humphreys just stiff-arming House there. He's going to get to the end zone for the touchdown. 2 broken tackles on that play by Quavez Humphreys, and the Bearcats tie it up at 7. So we'll get the football back here. Here's the return. Brian Bruton takes it up the right side. Bruton with some space up the right sideline. He's going to be gone. Nobody on the Bearcats is going to catch him. Great cut by Bruton, and that's going to be a kick return for a touchdown for the Blue Raiders as we go back up by 7. So now on the ensuing kickoff, are they going to get a kick return of their own here? We'll have to see. Tim Riles back to return this one. And Riles gets hit hard by Jawan Gaston. That's going to be picked up by Smith, and he's just going to walk into the end zone for a scoop and score. So just like that, we go up by 2 scores, and now the Bearcats are reeling a little bit. Here's Watson. Steps up, throws right side. That's going to be completed. Caleb Black gets about 7 on the play. Now 2nd and 3. Watson again from the shotgun. Looks, and he's going to throw it to Phoenix again, and Phoenix is going to get the first down. But now he and John House are both injured on the play. Not a great look for either one of us. Now 1st and 10, hand off to Green. He's had a day so far. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get yet another first down. We just cannot stop this guy so far. Now 3rd and 9 for the Bearcats. Here's a throw over the middle. That's going to be broken up, incomplete. And now John House just has a strained forearm, so he should be good to go to come back into this game. We'll see if we just rest him a little bit, though. Now 3rd and 4 as we have the football back. Galliano goes right side. Walker can't hold on to it. That's going to be a 3-and-out for us. So now we'll see if we can make a stop defensively. Quick throw left side. That's going to be completed for about 7 on the play. Now 2nd and 3. Watson in the shotgun. Little inverted veer. There's Green again, and he breaks another tackle. This man is just so slippery in this rain. But he's finally brought down for another first, though. So now, hand off to Green. Jukes out a defender, and this time Gaston puts him down in the backfield. It's about time we got a TFL on him in this one. Now 3rd and 13. Here's Watson throwing underneath. There's Jewett on the curl. He breaks a tackle and nearly gets the first down, but he's just a couple yards short. And Sam Houston will have to punt it away. Ow, what a bad punt that is. And Smith's going to try to return this one. And Smith gets all the way up to about the 36. So their punters really struggled in this rain so far in the game as Cradle gets the handoff. He's going to fight his way forward, picking up the first down. He's been pretty quiet so far in this game, but it's great to see him doing a little something there as Galliano looks to the end zone for Walker. He's going to be picked off. Alonzo Edwards gets the pick, and Walker tries to force a fumble there, but to no avail. It's been a pretty long first quarter with Sam Houston running a lot of no huddle as Jewett breaks a tackle and he picks up about 9. That'll make it 3rd and 1. And I'm sure they're going to go to Green here, and sure enough they do, and he's going to get the first. And then some, breaks a couple of tackles on his way up to about the 40. I mean, it's just been tough trying to block him here, but now we're going to get an interception. I don't know why they didn't just hand it off to Green, as Pettis gets the pick, and he's going to return it up to about the 48. Little RPO action there. Pettis did get hurt on a return, but he should be fine. Now, final play of the quarter. We're going to get called for a hold here, but here's a throw into the flat to Doherty, and Chris Doherty is very close to the 35. That's going to be on Harris. He's been the culprit on a lot of these holding calls so far this season. That'll end the first quarter. We're up 21-7, but Sam Houston's definitely caused us some fits so far in this game. So now 2nd and 17 to open up the second quarter. Galliano drops back, but he's going to be brought down for the sack. Devin Broyles gets to him. That's going to lead to a 3rd and 27. Galliano throws a screen. Here's Cradle. Spins out a defender. Cradle has some space, and he's going to go up the left sideline. He is going to score here, but it's not going to matter because we're going to get called for holding. But still a good play regardless. But it is a hold against Clayton. So instead of a touchdown, it's going to be 3rd and 37. And we're going to go back to the screen. This time, Jaquale Middlebrook's in the game. And he has some blocks there. Middlebrook cuts it back. Middlebrook up the left sideline. Spins out a defender, and he might be gone now. So, Cradle doesn't get the touchdown, but Middlebrook off the same play will get into the end zone. And just like that, we're up 3 scores, 28-7, in a pretty important game for us. So we'll see what Sam Houston has for us here as Green gets the handoff. This time, he coughs up the football. We're going to pick it up. Finally, we get a stop, and we force a fumble as well. So now we're facing a 3rd and 10. Galliano on the play fake. They send the blitz, but he's hit as he throws, and that's going to go into the back of an offensive lineman. We're just going to settle for 3 here. Field goals have been kind of tough for us this year, and that was just awful. No comment. No comment whatsoever. So they're going to go screen here. There's Green up the left sideline. Green breaks a tackle, and he gains about 9. They're going to continue to go no huddle here now. 3rd and 1. Hand off to Green, and great blocking there, and a first down for him. And he's already at 100 yards, and we haven't even played half the quarter. Brutal loss in the middle of this one as Marcus Pettis has a torn pectoral muscle. He's out for the game and the season. Brutal loss for this secondary, and that could loom large over the next couple of weeks as there's Green on 3rd and 5, spinning his way forward for yet another first down. 3rd and 8, and they're going to throw this time. Watson. Oh, wow, nobody's covering Malik Phillips in the flat, and he's going to pick up the first down up to about the 26. So we got to find a way to get a stop here. 2nd and 2. RPO action. Avion Smith-Mack breaks a tackle, and he's going to run into the end zone for the touchdown off the broken tackle. Just a breakdown defensively for us. And now it's just a 2-score game, and there's the news on Pettis. He's done for the rest of the season with a torn pectoral muscle, so very bad news in the middle of this one. 2nd and 3. Here's a draw play. Ricky Hunt Jr. cutting it upfield, and he gets the first down and then some. So 1st and 10 as we continue to run the football. Here's Cradle back into the game. Cradle breaks a tackle, and Cradle coughs up the football, and Sam Houston's going to pick it up. That is absolutely not what we needed here because we're having so much trouble stopping this offense. And now here's Watson throwing on the run over the middle, and that's going to be completed to Smith-Mack just short of the 10. And now it's going to be 3rd and 9 halfway through the 2nd quarter. And Watson's going to try to scramble, and he slides down after gaining just 1 yard. They'll settle for 3. And it looks like their kicker's probably going to have better luck than ours did as he makes this one right through the uprights to make it 28-17. So now we're back on the field. Here's a handoff to Middlebrook. He cuts it upfield. He'll pick up about 8 on the play. So now 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Cradle, and he'll pick up the first down. So now 3rd and 3. 3 minutes to go. Handoff to Cradle right up the middle. He's going to get the first. Great job by the offensive line there. So now we hit the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 8. As Galliano hands it off, Middlebrook right up the middle, and he's going to get the first down up to about the 25. So now 1st and 10, Galliano in the shotgun. He'll keep it himself on the read option, gets around the edge, and he's going to get the first down. He slides down at about the 12. Galliano has really not a lot of speed, but made it work there. Now 2nd and 4. Galliano's going to be brought down for the sack, as he just held the ball way too long. Broyles is in there once again. Now 3rd and 11. We go back to old reliable, the screenplay, and Cradle gets some good blocks. Cradle trying to get to the edge, dives, and he's going to be stopped at the 1. So now, 2nd and goal. You know what we doing here. Shout out to Dark Spectre because we doing that goal line. Strong toss. Peep. And we're back up by 3 scores. It's 35-17 at the half. We've done pretty well offensively outside of the 2 picks, but defensively, we've just not been able to stop the run whatsoever. They have around 300 yards of total offense so far in this game, so if we're going to hold on to this lead, we got to get some stops defensively and make some more plays. We're on offense here to start the second half. 2nd and 4. Galliano with a quick throw over the middle. There's Patterson. Patterson gets free. He's into Sam Houston territory, and he's going to be brought down inside the 35 up to about the 33. Huge play there as we look to capitalize here. 1st and 10, handoff to Cradle. He's right through the middle, cuts it back out, and he's going to get the first down up to the 21. 2nd and 10. And we're going to hand it off to Middlebrook this time, who gets around the edge. Spins inside, and he's going to pick up about 7. Great play there by Middlebrook. Now it's 3rd and 3. Galliano over the middle. There's Galloway making the grab, and Tavian Galloway gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. And we're up 42-17 now. Not a completely insurmountable lead as of right now as Green runs it. They're really not giving up on the run, and why not? I mean, we can't stop it, so they might as well just keep running it. 1st and 10 after that run by Green. Watson lets it fly down the field. McDonald just gets cooked. Caleb Black's going to get to the end zone, and the Bearcats show a little bit of life offensively here. 42-24 is the score. They're going to kick it off to us again. We already have 1 kick return for a touchdown. And now Tyquan Yates will try his hand at it. Bumps into one of the blockers, and he gets to the outside, and Yates, he might go. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. No, they will not. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Our 2nd kick return touchdown of the game. And we're up 49-24 now. But now we need our defense to actually make a play and get a stop here. 1st and 10, handoff, Green. We just have had no success stopping the run here as he picks up about 8. That's going to lead to a 2nd and 2. And they'll give it to Green again. Great blocking once again, and it's another first down. He's up to $155 on 24 carries. But they're going to have to start throwing it here soon, as they do here. A little screen pass to Black, and he's going to break a tackle and get the first down. I mean, our defense as a whole just has not played very well, as Green gets the handoff again, gets hit, and he picks up about 3 this time. So it's probably the closest thing we're going to get to a stop as far as the run game goes, but now they're throwing it here. Watson over the middle, he completes it. That's another first down, this time to Humphreys. So now Mac Dunbar, the backup running back, checks into the game, and he's going to pick up the first down, getting about 8 yards. So really, our front seven is just dropping the ball with this game so far. 2nd and 9. Watson steps up, but he's going to be brought down for the sack. Andrew Bynum gets to him that time. That'll lead to a 3rd and 10. And here's Watson again, throwing right side to the end zone, and it's nearly picked off. McDonald couldn't hold on to it. And they're just going to settle for 3 here from the left hash. Kick is up, and it's good. So 49-27 is the score now. We're facing a 3rd and 6 from the 31. Galliano has time, rolls to his right, throws, and it's right behind Walker there. We go 3 and out. So now Sam Houston has the football back. Here's a throw left side. Big hit there. Good Lord. Muhammad just took his head off. That'll end the quarter. We're up 49-27. But with how good this Sam Houston offense has done so far in this game, it wouldn't shock me if they came back in this one. So 3rd and 11 now into the 4th quarter. Galliano will drop back. He's hit as he throws. That's incomplete. And now Sam Houston has a chance to make this one a game. They're down 22. It's not insurmountable. Here's a throw underneath. But Jewett's hit hard. He coughs it up. It's going to be picked up by Smith, and he's going to be gone for a scoop and score. Huge play there for our defense that has just been getting beat up all game, essentially. And it's 56-27 now. Hand off to Green. He coughs it up this time, and we're going to recover it. 2 fumbles by Green in this one, and he's injured on the play as well. We got our backups in offensively. Here's Stanley Anderson-Lofton throwing over the middle to Doherty, who somehow makes the grab. Usually he drops those, but he held on that time. I don't know why I said Chris Doherty. It's Connor Doherty. My apologies. Now 3rd and 9. Lofton's going to be brought down for the sack. As we're running down the clock, we just punt it away. And we'll see what the Bearcats do here. Here's the throw left side, and that's going to be picked off. Damian Savage gets the pick, and he's going to get a pretty good return out of this one. So, a pretty ugly one, even with the score being 56-27, but we do get the victory. Half of our points came on special teams and defense, so offense got bailed out quite a bit in this one, but I'll take the W. As we really didn't throw a whole lot. Galliano went 6 of 14 for 208, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Anderson-Lofton went 1 of 1 for 5 yards. And Cradle gets 103 yards. He did have a fumble as well on 24 carries. Middlebrook 27 on 5, Yates 30 on 5, and Hunt 17 and a touchdown on 3. That's just kind of how you have to approach these rainy games. And receiving-wise, Amorian Walker had 2 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. Middlebrook had a touchdown on a screen pass for 79 yards, as you guys saw. And Tavian Galloway getting the start and getting a touchdown on his only catch for 14 yards. Blocking-wise, we did pretty well. Habanowski had 4 pancakes, as did Harris. And defensively, Parker Hughes with 14 tackles, 8 solo tackles, and 2 TFLs, as well as the sack. And Damian Savage and Marcus Pettis both get interceptions in this one. Pettis, of course, is going to miss the rest of the season with a torn pectoral muscle. And he is a sophomore, so we'll get him back as long as he doesn't transfer. But definitely sucks losing him for the rest of the year. And 5 forced fumbles by this defense, 3 of them by Parker Hughes. He had himself a day today. And Shakai Woods had 2 of those recoveries, with Smith taking his back for a touchdown. And of course, you can't forget Brian Bruton and Tyquan Yates both getting kick return touchdowns in this one. On the flip side, Hunter Watson went 25 of 37, 343, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. And then Elijah Green has a big one, 168, 2 fumbles, however, and he gets injured in the game. That's going to be tough for the Bearcats if he can't come back. And Caleb Black gets a touchdown, as does Humphreys and Smith back. Their offensive line did a really good job in run blocking, as a lot of them had pancakes in this game. Larson had 11, Kimbrough had 9, Don had 8, and Stevens had 7. And Broyles with a sack and a half, Frazier had a sack as well, and a pick for Brown and Edwards. This is one of those games that was a blowout on the final score, but it really didn't feel like one because our defense played so poorly throughout the game, and it really came down to getting 4 non-offensive touchdowns as well in order to get the W, but a win's a win. You got to take them how you can get them. And now we control our own fate. All we have to do is win next week, and we'll be in the conference championship game, and we'll either play the winner of Sam Houston State versus FIU or Western Kentucky. Big news on the single season record front, as Amorian Walker has set the single season receiving touchdown record at MTSU, as he now has 14 touchdowns on the season, breaking the record that Ed Batty set back in 2015. So now we look at recruiting, and now Dominic Fehoko has locked us out. It's not really too surprising because he didn't really have any interest in coming to us, but it is what it is. Now we take on New Mexico State, who is playing for a chance to play in a bowl game, sitting at 5-6 on the season, and all we have to do is win, and we're in. And Western Kentucky actually is not up for this game either, so that was a mistake on my part, but I'm not going back to fix it. It's whatever. Looking at the Jim Thorpe Award, and Jawan Gaston is currently 6th on the watch list. Brandon Harris is number 10 on that list as well. And number 5th on the Lombardi Award list is Anthony Bynum. If the season was to end today, we'd be taking on Miami of Ohio in the Cure Bowl. And regardless of whether or not we play in the conference championship game, the bowl game will be in the next video. So it comes down to this for New Mexico State. If they win this game, they'll at very least be bowl eligible, which doesn't guarantee that they'll be in a bowl game, but it will make them eligible for one. But if we win this game, we go to the Conference USA Championship game. And it's been tough sledding for the Aggies for the past 4 games. They have lost 4 in a row. Western Kentucky, Kennesaw State, Tennessee, and UTEP all got W's over them. It is senior night here in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and it's a big one for the Aggies. Will they extend their season by one more game, or will this be the final night that these seniors put on these jerseys for New Mexico State? We'll have to see, as we're here from Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And they're led by quarterback Grant Cutler, who I don't even think exists IRL because he's not on the Aggies roster after I checked it. But 3rd and 6, here's Cutler looking on the field, throwing left side, and it's going to be dropped. A.J. Williams couldn't hold on to it, and we get the football after a 3 and out. Ricky Hunt Jr., been a big rotational running back in our BBC crew. Backs by committee, you weirdos. Anyways, 1st and 10. Here's Galliano throwing left side. Walker makes the grab. He's just a yard short of the marker. That'll lead to a 2nd and 1. Flip Cradle checks into the game, and Cradle will just barely get the first. He's definitely dealing with some wear and tear on his own. Now 3rd and 7. Galliano looks, throws left side into double coverage, and that's going to be broken up. We're very lucky that wasn't a pick. So the Aggies get the football back. Now a quick throw, a little confusion by the defense, and John House with a big forced fumble, and somehow A.J. Williams is able to recover it. So now 2nd and 5. They're going to go screen here. Kadarius Callaway has some space, breaks a tackle, and he's going to get the first up to about the 26. So now 1st and 10. They'll drop back again. Cutler scrambles, and there's a flag on the play. He's going to be brought down for the sack. I'm pretty sure we're just going to take the down and distance here, but it's going to be a holding call against New Mexico State. Elijah Harvey gets called for that one. That's going to lead to a 3rd and 16. And here's Cutler throwing it deep right side. McDonald in coverage, and it's nearly picked off. He just couldn't hold on to it, but we force a punt. So halfway through the first quarter, nobody's running any no-huddle in this one. And here's Jakail Middlebrook. He's been pretty good for us when he's gotten a few carries here and there. He gets the first there. 1st and 10. Galliano on the play fake. He looks left side. There's Walker making the grab. But we're going to get called for holding once again. Seems to be a pretty recurring theme for us so far this season, especially late in the year. Habanowski gets called for it. So now 2nd and 20. Galliano. He fades to his left, throws to Patterson, who had a step, and he's going to get the first down inside the 25 up to the 23. So Tyree Patterson making a big play offensively. Now 2nd and 5. Galliano, quick throw left side to Butler. He's been pretty quiet as of late, but he gets about 4 there. Now 3rd and inches. Middlebrook gets the handoff. On the counter play, he'll get the first. So Middlebrook coming through there for us. So now 1st and 10. Here's a draw play. Middlebrook up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 9. So he already has 3 carries in this one. Now 3rd and 2. Hand off the cradle up the middle, and he's going to walk in untouched. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. We strike first, and it's 7-0. So now we'll see if we can get a stop defensively. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the middle. Great blocking once again. And Dijon Stanley gets away, and he's gone. 75 yards to the pay dirt, and just like that, the Aggies strike right back at 7-all. So how will we respond to that big score for New Mexico State? Here's a screen pass to Middlebrook. He cuts it inside, goes back outside, he's past the 50, past the 40, and he's going to get all the way down up to the 32-yard line. Those screen passes have been paying dividends for us all season. So now, under a minute to go here in the first, Galliano fakes it, looks down the field to Galloway, he's going to be picked off. He just didn't get enough air under that one. Now here's Daquan Hodge getting a big return, and he's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And now the Aggies have all the momentum here as they run a double fake, thrown over the middle. That's going to be completed. Despite 3 defenders being there, that'll end the first quarter with us knotted up at 7. So now 2nd and 5. New Mexico in Middle Tennessee territory. Here's a screen pass. Callaway with a nice spin move. He'll get inside the 35. Defensively, we got to find a way to slow these running backs down. It's been a real tough stretch of stopping running backs for the past couple of weeks, but these screen passes are killing us as well, as that's going to be a first down for TJ Pride. Now 2nd and 8. Here's Cutler. Throws over the middle. That's going to be caught, but there is a flag on the play. It's going to be a hold against the Aggies. And I really don't know how Hughes didn't get the pick anyways, but regardless, it's 3rd and 11. And here's Cutler. Throwing a one-on-one ball, and Muhammad's able to tip it away. So that'll lead to a field goal attempt. It's about a 42-yarder for the Aggies. Kick is up, and he's going to shank it. So I guess we're not the only squad that has bad kicking on our teams, but we get the football back. It's still tied at 7. Here's Middlebrook on the sweep. He has nowhere to go, and that's going to make it a 3rd and 12 after a 2-yard loss. So 4 receivers in the set. Here's Galliano. Looking down the field, throws right side. That's a bad throw. It's incomplete. Very lucky not to get that one picked off as we have to punt it away again. This has been a tough game so far. 2nd and 10. There's a completion left side for about 9. They do end up getting the first, so now a new set it down. 2nd and 11. And here's a throw to a wide open receiver. Good Lord, this man was wide. It's Gavin Harris, the tight end. There is a flag on the play, and that's going to be a hold against New Mexico State. So a big-time bailout for us there. And that's going to make it 2nd and 21. Cutler's in the shotgun again. He'll drop back. Cutler throws left side right to the feet of his intended receiver. So we got bailed out there because he was open. Now 3rd and 21. Cutler under pressure. He's going to be brought down for the sack. Shakai Woods, who's been an absolute monster in the middle, gets the sack there. We get the football after a punt. Now here's a throw left side. There's Tyree Patterson coming up with a catch on the out route. And it's a new set of downs. So now 2nd and 8. Galliano drops back, throws the screen. There's Middlebrook. He has a few blocks in front of him, and he's going to do the rest of the work, spinning out 3 defenders. Good Lord. And he's past the 35 up to the 33. First down, Blue Raiders. So now we approach the 2-minute warning. Galliano sits in, throws over the middle. That's going to be picked off. He was looking for Bruton, but just short-armed that. And now Jaden Cradle is hurt. That's going to be huge for us if he can't come back into this one. And now here's a big run. Stanley all the way up to about the 38. He takes a big hit there, but a big gain before that. So now 2-minute warning. Aggies have the football still, and what a drop over the middle. Jeez, A.J. Williams is having a rough day so far. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10. And here's a throw right side. That's going to be caught. First down, but there is a flag on the play, and it's going to be holding against New Mexico State. So now 3rd and 20. They're going to have to try it again, this time from 10 more yards out. Hand off to Stanley. He gets some nice blocks, but he's going to be 10 yards short of the marker, so he gets halfway there, but that's about it. We're going to get the football back with just over a minute to go here. 2nd and 7. Here's a throw to Galloway. He makes the grab. He's short of the marker, so we're going to have to hurry up a little bit here. 3rd and inches. We don't use the timeout. Galliano again drops back, throws to the right, and just overshoots Patterson. So we're going to go for it here on 4th and inches because scared money don't make none. And Cradle's going to pick up the first down up to about the 45. The clock's still going. We haven't used a timeout yet as Galliano fakes it. He's going to roll to his right, looking down the field, and he's just going to take off and try to get what he can. Picks up 8, and he gets out of bounds, so that saves a timeout. We have 2 left because we spent one on New Mexico's previous drive. Here's a quick throw left side, and there's a flag on the play as Butler just got tackled before he could even go for the football. So that's going to be a defensive pass interference against Daquan Hodge. And now we have really good field position. 1st and 10. Here's the play fake. Galloway looking for Walker, and Walker makes the grab in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Those smash concept plays have just been working for us all season long as we go into the half up 14-7 in a very crucial game for both of these teams. And really, this time around, it's our offense that has really struggled in this game and our defense has stepped up. But we'll see what happens here in the second half as we've been playing very evenly matched throughout this game so far. 2nd and 5. Galliano drops back. He's going to let it fly right side. And it's going to be over the head of Middlebrook. Very close to being a big play, but instead it's going to be 3rd and 5. Galliano has time, and he just takes a little too much of that, and it's incomplete. So a 3 and out to start things off is not exactly what we wanted. 2nd and 10 for the Aggies, and here's Stanley. These angles just have not been very good for us defensively. He's up to 121 on 5 carries. 1st and 10. Here's Cutler. Woods gets right by the center, and he's going to get the sack. That's a 6-yard loss there now. 2nd and 6. And here's a quick throw underneath, and that's just straight up dropped. And now 3rd and 16. Here's Cutler. He has time, throws underneath, that's going to be caught, but well short of the marker, and that'll lead to a punt. So now both defenses starting to step up here. 2nd and 8, Galliano on the play fake. That's going to be a flag. Galliano just throws it up for Butler. It was a great catch, but it's not going to count because, once again, we get called for holding. It's going to go against E.J. Harris, who's been called for quite a bit of holding so far this season. Now it's going to be 2nd and 18. They send the blitz. Galliano is going to be brought down for the sack, as it's just not picked up. That'll lead to a 3rd and 25. Just going to take a shot deep, but Galliano gets hit as he throws. We're going to have to punt it once again. So again, our offense gets shut down. We'll see if our defense can step up here, as that's just going to be dumped off. That'll be a 7-yard gain. Now it's going to be 2nd and 3. Here's a fake. And here's a shot down the field. McDonald trailing the receiver. It's going to be caught for the touchdown, and New Mexico will tie it up here. TJ Pride with a big play. And now we're going to have to see if our offense can wake up here as Middlebrook runs up the middle. He's got to go back to running the football here. He picks up about 9. Now 2nd and 1. This time Hunt checks in. He's going to pick up the first down, and he's very close to midfield. Up to about the 42, now 2nd and 10. Galliano, under pressure, gets it away, and Patterson comes down with it. He picks up 6 to make it a very manageable 3rd and 4. As we're midway through the 3rd quarter here, Galliano steps up, uses what speed he has, and he's going to get the first down into Aggie territory. So now 1st and 10. Galliano staying patient, and he's just a little too patient there, getting sacked. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. 2nd and 16, here's a screen pass. Here's Cradle picking up about a couple, and he's injured on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 14. Galliano drops back. Flag on the play. He has an open receiver, but it's not going to mean a whole lot because we're going to get called for holding. And I promise you, I do not have blocking on aggressive or anything like that. I feel like the holding slider is just a little too high. But at any rate, 3rd and 24. Here's a screen. Hunt gets some space, gets a block, and Hunt's going to get very close to the marker, but he's pushed out just a yard short. Cradle has muscle cramps. We're going to let him rest a little bit, but now 4th and 1, we're going to go for it. Hunt gets the first down and more, and he is just barely inside the 20. So now 3rd and 8. Here's the play fake. Galliano staying patient, looking for somebody. There's a spy on him. Galliano throws last second, and Patterson makes the grab. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. What a play there by Galliano to extend it. And then Patterson finally just breaks off his route and gets open. and it's 21-14. How will the Aggies respond? We'll have to see, as there's a big play on the bubble screen, and it's going to be a first down. It's been a very up and down game for A.J. Williams in this one. 1st and 10, and an RPO. There's Williams again. He has some space. Williams breaks the tackle, and he's going to get up to about the 26. So our defense just not wrapping up here. 1st and 10. Here's a play fake, and down goes Cutler. He's going to be brought down as Hickson gets there. That's going to bring an end to the third quarter, as it's still anyone's game. We're up 21-14, but the Aggies are in our territory. So can we make a stop inside our own 30? We'll have to see. Handoff. Callaway has some space. He's going to get the first down and more. Jukes inside, and he's going to get all the way down to the 4-yard line. So now we need a goal line stand here. 1st and goal. Handoff and spin move, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Aggies to tie things up at 21 apiece. That's Stanley getting the second score of the game. There's a handoff to Hunt. He's going to pick up about 6, and Lennar Kelly Jr. is injured on the play. That's going to be a tough loss for the Aggies. That's going to lead to a 3rd and 10 now. Galliano has time, throws left side, just overshoots Patterson there. A little late contact there, but no call. As New Mexico State gets the football back, they have a chance to take the lead here. Cutler has time, scrambles, throws to a wide open A.J. Williams, who broke off the play, and he's able to get the first. Got to find a way to get a stop here. 3rd and 3, and a little RPO action over the middle. There's A.J. again, all the way up to the 16, and New Mexico State has a golden opportunity here. 3rd and 10. Here's Cutler stepping up. He rolls back out, and he throws it away. So New Mexico State will settle for a field goal here. It should be a pretty easy one. From about 33 yards out, kick is up, and it's good. And the Aggies take a 24-21 lead. But we still have plenty of time to get down the field. We just need the offense to wake up here. Galliano throws a screen. The Middlebrook Heat gets stuffed. That play has worked for us so much this season, but that time they shut it down. Now 3rd and 16. Galliano looks down the field over the middle, and Walker couldn't hold on to it. So now we have to punt it. Even I'm not crazy enough to go for it back there, as here's a handoff on 1st and 10. First down run there for Callaway. And now they're going to try to run the clock down here. Callaway picks up about 2. We burn our first timeout of the half. 2nd and 8. They're going to throw it here. Here's a throw right side over the hands of Pride there. And that'll stop the clock. So now 3rd and 8. They're going to throw it again. And now Cutler's going to try to scramble. He's brought down for the sack. We use a second timeout, so we're going to get the football back before the 2-minute warning. And we do. So very bad clock management by them. 2nd and 10. Quick throw to Walker over the left side. That's completed. Now we hit the 2-minute warning. And we have 1 timeout remaining. 3rd and 3. Here's Galliano. Throws to Walker again. He makes the grab, and he's past the 40 up to the 42. That'll be more than enough for the first. So now Galliano on 1st and 10. Steps up. Throws over the middle. Is caught. And Butler gets the first down, and he's into New Mexico State territory. 1st and 10. Galliano rolls to his right. His as he throws. That goes into the dirt. So that'll stop the clock. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now we're actually going to run the football here. We've done a good job of it today, so Hunter gets the handoff, and he gets the first. That's up to the 30. We are semi in field goal range, although kicking's been really weird for us lately. Galliano will look down the field, takes a shot, looking for Butler, who comes up with it. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Miles Butler comes up big for us in a big-time moment. But did we leave too much time on the clock for the Aggies? We'll have to see, but that was a hell of a throw by Galliano, and a great reaction there by Butler. And now we have the lead with 52 seconds to go. New Mexico with the football. Here's a throw. Oh my God, that could have been game right there, but Hughes couldn't hold on to it. Now 3rd and 10. Cutler has time, throws right side, and that's going to be caught. McDonald just gets mossed there, Hell of a grab by A.J. Williams. That's going to lead to a 1st and 10. Quick throw over the middle. Gavin Harris, the tight end, gets the first down after breaking a couple of tackles. They use their first timeout now. 38 seconds to go. Aggies need a touchdown to take the lead here. As here's a throw deep left side. McDonald one-on-one, and that's going to be tipped away. Pride couldn't make the play there. Diari McDonald with a nice play there. Now 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw left side. Foppel picks up 2. New Mexico running out of time. They use their second timeout. Now 3rd and 8. Here's Cutler. He throws it to the right, and that's going to be caught near the sideline by Foppel. We haven't really heard his name called too much. 16 seconds to go. Here's a quick throw left side. That's nearly picked off by McDonald again. You got to make that play. This has been a crazy final game of the regular season for both teams. As Cutler throws over the middle, that's completed. He's tackled short of the marker. So they use their final timeout. 8 seconds to go. And it's going to come down to these next few plays. 3rd and 1. Cutler scrambles, throws to the end zone, one-on-one, and that's nearly picked off. So now 2 seconds to go, 4th and 1. This is the ball game. This is the season for New Mexico State. Can they convert? Cutler, quick throw right side. It's going to be tipped away by Muhammad. And we are going to the Conference USA Championship game. What a way to end the regular season. 28-24 is your final here. What a game this was. I mean, there's really not much you can say about how crazy this game was. Crazy ending to the regular season. As Roman Galliano goes 22 of 38, 264, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. I don't think we ran the ball nearly enough, but Ricky Hunt had the most yards, 51 yards on 6 carries. Definitely got to focus on running a bit more in these types of games, though. And Jaden Cradle left the game with an injury, but did get a touchdown beforehand. Patterson, Walker, and Butler all leave with touchdowns, Butler's being the game winner. Harris has 9 pancakes, Habanowski has 4. 2 TFLs for Buckner, 2 for Woods as well. Buckner with a sack and a half, Woods with 2 sacks, and Hickson with half a sack. On the flip side, Grant Cutler may or may not actually exist IRL, but he existed in this game. 27 of 45 for 311 and a touchdown. Once again, we can't stop the run as Stanley has 124 and 2 touchdowns on 9 carries. And then A.J. Williams, he had a couple of drops, but 7 catches for a $120, and then a touchdown for Pride. And once again, their offensive line played pretty well. Tolo had 9 pancakes. I'll try my hand at saying this name now. Cole Schnetgoki had 3 TFLs and a sack in this one. Oh my god, this name's tough too. Sone Opiu also had a sack. And Daquan Hodge had a pick for about 33 yards. And Armand Hale had a pick as well. And once again, a very close game, very exciting game to end the regular season. Hats off to New Mexico State. They played their asses off, but unfortunately it just didn't work out for them this time around. And they're going to miss out on bowl season, unfortunately. And we're going to miss out on 2 players as Alex Hoodling, the edge rusher we were looking at, is going to Toledo. And Kendall Tongues, who we were looking at running back, is going to Troy. But it's official. We are going to the Conference USA Championship game to rematch Florida International, who was our last loss, actually. So we're going to be looking for revenge in this one. Looking at the CFP Top 25, USC is number 1 at 12-0. Florida, disgustingly, is number 2. Duke, number 3. And Miami's number 5. Clemson's number 6. So many teams that I just don't like are up there. I hate it here. I despise it here. Louisville's 13. Good lord. And looking at the top 12, the season order to end today, Duke and Florida would get first-round byes. Miami would get the 5th seed. Clemson would get the 6th seed. This is all very disgusting to me, if you guys know what team I support. FIU did end up beating Sam Houston, so we are going to be going head-to-head with them. If we would have lost to New Mexico State, Western Kentucky would have got in, actually. So let's see what happens here as Coach Kegler has some more points to spend on Motivator. And we're just going to use those points on Specialists because we need help at kicking. And Marcus Pettis is out for 30 weeks with his torn pectoral muscle. So he's going to join Cameron Lacey on the bench. for this big game against Florida International. And remember, regardless of the result of this game, we will have the bowl game in the same video, so keep your eyes out for that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new, and turn your notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.